This song was inspired by a man that actually Rachel and I and my folk duo partner, Galen, met down at Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So
fabulous.
Hope you enjoy this little story. 1, 2, 3, 4. I met a man down in Arkansas. All he had was a dog and his guitar. Said he'd been running pretty far for some time now. Bumped him a cig and he played me a tune. Reminded me of azaleas blooming in June. Then he asked if I'd shoot for the moon, 'cause he was headed that way. And doesn't matter. Maybe the moon is out of reach. That's what I thought as he kept on with his speech. Told me he'd settle once he got to the beach of the Great North Pole. Now I don't need any diamonds or gems, or the touch of some lonely gentleman. Perhaps I'll settle on the beach instead of the Great North Pole.
What a fun tune to play. Even more fun with a duck on a head.
To be a new leaf so quietly unfurling, turning towards light. This early morning my head woke a whirling, spinning like a coin on the table. Heads I'm stable, tails I'm flying towards the sun. These seeds of poppy I'm nursing in egg cartons will grow tall someday. the changes as I feel my heart recoil. Cut me loose, let me ride the wind of the April breeze that's tickling my skin. Pixie dust wouldn't do me much, but the promise of a vernal vista does. Guess I'm packing up and flying towards the sun. Is hungry for acceptance, for a crumb of grace. I'll chase the sunlight and water my own garden with the tears and rain of the turmoil and the changes, so my open heart remains. Tickling my skin, settle dust upon the relics set of touch. I am here now after all is said and done, growing in the living light of love. Guess I've packed on up, I'm flying towards the sun. To be a new leaf so quietly unfurling.
Oh, it's so good. What a delight.
You're so good.
Oh, thanks.
To the mountains, pack a van, my doggy and me. Sell every stitch of the city life and find a place where the clover is soft and green. The glory of Flora surrounding, from her roots comes a new way of speech, whispering words I have never heard through a silence that the envy of man is yet to reach. I pray his hands never reach. While they're all dressed in white sleeves of snow, the jays and the waxwings will sing our vows, and I'll promise far away I will never go. Lay me gently in the sage. Take my to see. The scales on my own have hardened, and a cloud of haze has shrouded a path I seek in a cloak sewn of grief. Thunder rolling in, bad for the dog but good for the garden. Lately I cannot find sleep, but the full harvest moon and a bone have sure found me. Katydids and katydidn's, crumbs on the porch and the roaches eat like princes. I'm not easy, but I can be had. This election season's got me feeling pretty damn bad. Blazing prairie, so you think you're going far, filling up all your nights, singing to an empty bar. Heaven sent and heaven, I'm flying towards the sun. I might just make a habit of burning up. Oh, I might just make a habit of burning up. Gas tank full at last, lead foot on the pedal after spending all my cash. 'Cause I'm a stoner and I don't smoke cigs, but light another dart, you'll soon find out. Tout le monde fumait, smoking, turning lungs black. All those ice cream cones will give you a heart attack. How hard the next day whiskey will smack. Sometimes the things you love don't love you back. Well, sometimes the things you love don't love you. Blazing prairie, so you think you're going far, filling up all your nights, singing to an empty bar. Heaven sent and heaven, I'm flying towards the sun. I might just make a habit of burning up. Oh, I might just make a habit. Blazing prairie, so you poor damn bleeding heart, blowing kisses every night to big brick walls. Heaven sent and heaven, I'll give it this my all. I might just make it someday, I might just fall. Oh, I might just make it someday, I might just fall. Oh, I might just make it someday.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Something is not the same.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirsty Lynn, Rachel Lovelace, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
EB, thank you for having
Story
us.
Time, Season 2, Episode 3.
Boy, did we get into some stories.
We got some stories going on. It was time for stories. We did that thing.
Yeah, lots of stories. through cowboy towns and Kansas plains. When 81 was just 2 lanes, down he drove his 55 like Wilbur Shaw. I don't know what he was running from, on Lucky Strikes and chewing gum, from Belleville all the way to Wichita. He was burning rubber, burning gas. He dreamed of brickyard victory laps, but he fell in love and turned into the skid. So Donnie had to go trade in his custom Chevrolet 210 and find a quiet place to raise his kid, saying, where do dreams go when you run out of time? Are they lost on the back roads that you had to leave behind? When Eisenhower's men rolled in, down he went and took his kid to 400 miles of concrete, grit, and steel. And he talked to doing one more race, go west from Abilene to Hayes. But even Donnie knew that wasn't real, saying, where do dreams go when you run out of time? Are they lost on the back roads that you had to leave behind? The good days came and then they went. The kid grew up and Donnie got sick. The day before the day he died, the kid took him out for one last ride. He said, I know where dreams go when you run out of time. They're kept like love notes for someone else to find. When that kid became a man, he put his paycheck in a new Trans Am, made his way to Highway 81. He drove the roads his father did. Soon he'd have himself a kid and realize that some races can't be won. Like father, like son, saying, I know where dreams go when you run out of time. They're kept like love notes for someone else to find.
Jack Summers, Brandon Day. Guys, I'll say what the chat already said on a few times. You guys rock. What a great way to spend a Thursday, my friends.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks both of you for doing what you do. Thanks for making the world a better place, one tune at a time. And thanks for the stories that you share.
A lovely pretty frame with a head of yellow hair. My Fenya dear glides round the room. Her naked face glows with an organic light. The only paint she wears is on her nails. Fenya, my dear, what do you fear? With eyes full of stars and a life in early years, your canvas is covered in blues and in reds, but you can always start again. The way she sips her tea of honey and chamomile, you know there's a secret under her tongue. 1,001 have fallen under her spell, but Fenya refuses all of their love. It's okay to open up, don't be afraid of the past. Give yourself another chance. Fenya, my dear, what do you fear? With eyes full of stars and a life in early years, your canvas is covered in blues and in reds, but you can always start again.
Some come from riches, some are born of the fruit of their hand, while others are formed in factories in search of a better land. Or we move as a mountain, will not tremble at the weight of our plans. All in all, we scan the horizon in search of a better land. We are an orchid bursting through the rubble of hate. We are fragile, oh so fragile, it's our greatest strength. And we'll build it, not in our image, but in who we plan to be. We'll have room to grow these seeds we've sown, stretching outwards towards the breach. Gather your love, shine your light, be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands, open your heart. It's just one small step, but now that's how all the big things start in our search for a better land. It is here, not in the future, but within our outstretched reach. All the brave and crazy among us are howling at the moon and stomping our feet. Just as the restless must always find a place to lay their heads down to sleep, so do the lepers living within us see themselves in the eyes of the righteous indeed. 'Cause out after all the rain, none of it is worth its weight in salt. We're just vessels for cosmic exploration, wondering if we'll finally answer the call to gather your love, shine your light, be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands and open your heart. It's just one small step, but hell, that's how all the big things start. Gather your love, shine your light, be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands and open your heart. It's just one small step, how that's how all the big things start in our search for a better land.
Fox and Bones, Sarah Vitort, Scott Gilmore. Folks, grab a seat.
I'm leaving tomorrow for a date with the stars in the world's fastest hot air balloon. Keep the George Strait cassette tape I left in your car, 'cause I won't be back anytime soon. And buy cheap libations from the Texaco station off of southbound I-35, and come bid adieu to the man you once knew as I set off on the ride of my life. For aspirin at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. For aspirin at Astra, our problems look small from up here. My vessel will fly through these October skies to give me an aerial view from the Sea of Japan to the Grand Coulee Dam. Sayonara, my terrestrial blues. And I'll turn the page on the wars that we waged as I float on lighter than air, and remember you best that blue satin dress as you dance through Lafayette Square. For aspirin at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. For aspirin at Astra, our problems look small from up here. So I'm thankful for my worst mistakes. They're the ones that brought me. And every time my heart did break, my journey got a little more clear. For aspirin propelled pioneer. Her Astra, Ad Astra, our problems look small from up here. And one day the wind will blow me back again, and I'll slowly float down from the moon. And I'll see you with bells and a story to tell from the world's fastest hot air balloon.
Man, that song just keeps getting better each time.
Don't you know that your heart is a garden? You can grow whatever you want. Sweet like the berries of summer, or the bitterness of unsung love. Ooh, ooh. Don't you know that your heart is a compass? It'll take you wherever you want. Flowing from the river to ocean, still as a lighthouse on shore. Drink from the fountain in your own mind. Breathe in the oxygen around your smile. Spin at the axis of your own sphere. You can do what you want, feel what you feel. Don't let anybody turn your own wheels, wheels, wheels. You can do what you want, feel what you feel. Don't let anybody turn your own wheels, wheels, wheels. Ooh, ooh. Don't you know that your heart is a garden? You can grow whatever you want. Flowing from the river to ocean, still as a lighthouse on shore. Drink from the fountain in your own mind. Breathe in the oxygen around your smile. Spin at the axis of your own sphere. You can do what you want, feel what you feel. Don't let anybody turn your own wheels, wheels, wheels. You can do what you want, feel what you feel. Don't let anybody turn your own wheels, wheels, wheels.
Rachel Lovelace. Rock on. Folks, Rachel Lovelace premiering in a public venue. I'll wait for you. Take it.
I'll wait for you by the riverbed till skin sinks into the morning dew. I'll wait for you on the side of a cliff, callous my hands to reach the sledge. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. I'm scared of what I'll see. I'll wait for you, a shard of glass dulls its edges, eroding the past. I'll wait for you, like a flower waits for sun, through the bitter depths of winter, not knowing when to bud. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. All rivers become the sea. I'll wait for you as long as it takes, like a mountain patiently stands by the lake. I'll wait for you, and when the time comes, we'll drift away like otters and become the stars. All rivers lead to the ocean, all rivers become the sea. I'll add salt to water, I'm tired from my dreams. All rivers lead to the ocean, like we were meant to be. Don't let me die alone, I'm scared of what I'll see. I'm scared of what I'll see. All rivers become the sea.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful, my friend. Rachel Lovelace, tell us about that song.
Yeah, so I just remembered this the other day, that I wrote this song when Kirsty was in the Tetons on tour with an artist named Olive Klug. And they were in the Tetons, and she was sending me pictures and stuff. And
I met Olive when she was here in Folk Alliance. When they were here. Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I just, the Tetons just have like a very special place in my heart. And so I was just missing it, you know? And next year we're planning on summiting the Grand Teton. And so I was like, you know, this feeling of waiting for that moment, you know?
Yeah. When you and I rehearsed this song a little bit ago, you also mentioned that it held something special for someone in your family.
Yeah, my grandmother, I performed this song for her a couple months ago when I got to see her, and my sister was telling me that she was asking my grandmother, like, what are you gonna do when you get to heaven? And my grandmother said that she was gonna go see her, I'm gonna go see my honey, is what she said. Aww. Because unfortunately my grandfather passed away very, very young. And so, yeah, she was just like, I'm gonna put him in my arms and say, why'd you leave me so early? So this song just like, I don't know, came about, and it makes me think of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you again. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, what you're doing, it matters.
Thank you.
Never give up on it.
Nice.
Where did the time go? The kids in the prime, yeah, they were living. Just a high-class broad and a down-home but trucking musician. It wasn't a cakewalk. There were many who desired a favor, carved out a place in her heart on a spearmint lifesaver. She's a bright light, and her rebellion encompassed his nature. And in those times they found joy so bold. When you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul, you never give up on it. They found themselves moving from the east coast to the west. The parents never gave the blessing, they'll come around eventually, I guess. Had themselves two boys, a loving home to build a dream. Holidays at Dairy Queen, money was tight but the love was all they need. And boy, it came, a soliloquy after refrain, as if happiness showed you the way to cut through all of the youth's malaise. And joy so bold, when you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul, you never give up on it. Never give up on it. We got a lot of nerve standing up to the darkness, to say positivity conquers all fears. And if all of their years are leading up to passing on the things that they've learned, now all of their children are all grown up, and they wanted you to know that they heard loud and clear. I say they made it, a 1 in a million shot that found its way. From the first look they ever exchanged to counting all the wisdom in their grace. Love like a river, them two honey bunnies turned that tide. From a busted up Pontiac ride to a new pickleball court in their drive. And boy, they say good health is a true wealth these days, and belief is all that it takes. Keep cutting out sugar just to be safe. And joy so bold, when you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that is deep in your soul, and never give up on it. Oh joy so bold, when you loved, it just can't be controlled. Like a rift that it's deep in your soul, you never give up on it.
Fox and Bones, Sarah Vitor, Scott Gilmore. What an absolute delight. What an absolute pleasure to have you all join us tonight.
I don't know which way to go. And I know I'm caving. There's only so much that I can hold. Guess that's life. What can I say to you? It'll give you grace, but most of your days were blue. No, I love you, but I hate to leave. Another current upon the sea. And I hope it stops raining, 'cause I already packed my coat. And I hope they'll be playing something sweet when I get home. Guess that's life. What can I say to you? I'll give you grace when most of your days were blue. No, I love you, but I have to leave. Just a rambler, fuss over me. Here you go. Well, so you know I'm not staying. There's too many places that I need to be. I hope you know I'll be praying. This isn't the last you've heard from me. Guess that's life. What can I say to you? It'll give you grace when most of your days were blue. No, I love you, but I had to leave. Just a rambler, just a gambler. Another current upon the sea.
Yeah, I waited to say anything because I didn't want to step on the song. It was so good. I want to make sure I get a full take of that song on the set, man.
you.
Such a great song, brother.
I feel it every time. That song, that's the song that I play where I get emotional. Like,
Yeah.
the few songs I play where I'm like, okay, this one hits home.
There he is. It's Friday night, you're all alone. It's fight or flight in your soul. He's not here, you're letting go to a place that's down the road. I said down the road, down the road. I said down the road, down the road. I said down the road, down the road. What do you need? It's not around. It's not a ring or a wedding gown to leave this place, this dusty town. I know a space where you can be found. It's just down the road, down the road. It's just down the road, down the road. It's just down the road, down the road. A starry night, a warm glow. You see a light you've always known. Without fear, you boldly go. Well, it's not too far, it's just down the road. I said down the road, 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 down the road. Oh, just down the road, down the road. I'm just down the road, down the road. I'm just down the road, down the road.
That's such a fun song to jam on, man. That's such a great tune to jam.
It's such a freaking. I love that.
It's
song.
a jam.
That's
It's a jam.
That's when we play live. Like that's like we all like jump in the air. We're like.
And then one where you said you could teach the audience to do like an echo kind of thing too, yeah?
So normally we end it with this really so like down the road, and the audience goes down the road.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I was once a Union soldier marching into war. My rifle on my shoulder, I dreamed of Illinois. My cavalry was called in to fight at Gettysburg. We marched into the devil's den. I said my final words. My only regret is that I didn't get to buy her wedding ring. But I'll go down standing in the middle of everything. Well, I came back as an outlaw, robbing dime stores, banks, and trains. I made my way to Arkansas from the Oklahoma plains. The sheriff and his posse put a bounty on my head. 200 ethnic caught me 150 if I was dead. A clerk shot me down in a nowhere town outside of Eureka Springs. Found guilty of standing in the middle of everything. Well, one day I came back again in the bottom of the 8th. The manager called to the pen so I could get the safe. I stood there on the rubber and stared down DiMaggio. I let go of my cutter as hard as I could throw, but the Yanks cleared the bench when the pennant was clenched on the back of old Joe's swing. And I was there standing in the middle of everything. Well, I was playing for the tip jar down at the Hooch and High when the old man who was tending bar asked me to step outside. He said that he remembered me from a life so long ago. We sailed across the 7 seas to the Gulf of Mexico. He said, I thought you'd be an astronaut, a preacher or a king, but here you are standing in the middle of everything. I followed back my footsteps to where it all began. I wrestled with the retrospective history of man. And in a rest stop east of Paxico, written on a bathroom stall, I found out what I need to know about the meaning of it all. I said, don't waste your time trying to find the right lines. Just open your mouth and sing. Be happier standing in the middle of everything. Be happier standing in the middle of everything.
Thank you.
There's an emptiness here, now you're gone. There's one less voice in my world, one less number in my phone, and my safety net fell flush to the floor. Now it's a deathly trapeze, and what am I doing it for? But you come to me in the night, singing Edelweiss and given me wisdom. And you say what's for you won't pass you. They can't buy what you don't sell. If everybody loves you, then you're not being yourself. Value minutes more than pennies. Don't ever put a price tag on your soul. And let go of the begrudgers. Hold on to your friends. Keep close the ones that love you, 'cause they'll be there in the end. And fill yourself up with kindness. Don't let malice have a place in your soul. You're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go. So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you in the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own. So I'll keep singing till I can't sing anymore. I'll see your face in the crowd. I'll remember the things that you wore. And I'll strive to be the man you taught me to be. And then when the waters get rough, in my dreams you'll whisper to me, you're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go. So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you through the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go. So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you in the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own.
Pepper. Beth Watts Nelson.
Beautiful.
Thank you both.
Thank you
That's
for.
so fun.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for making Storytime Season 2 start like this. I don't think we could have had a better start, really,
Thank
or
you.
better people to start it off with. You just the way y'all embody what we're trying to be here, just by being you. Thanks.
It's a lovely trio.
Agree.
I was once a little girl too, so I know how it feels to be small, standing in your Easter dress, trying not to make a mess. And yes, I love my teddy bears and dolls, but there was one thing I loved most of all. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free
knees that made my whole body hurt. So no cartwheels and no climbing trees for me. But I had my mother's piano, couldn't make a big old noise. Had horses running through my dreams. When I drew them, sometimes I gave them wings. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty mane shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love. That's why little girls love. 'Cause to the world you may be just a little thing, but to yourself you are big as the world. Something in a horse's eyes is just the same as a little girl's. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love. That's why little girls love. Horses. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She circled the wagons, she didn't give me a chance. She pulled my heart out with a seismic glance. This race was over before it even began. If I was a horse they'd shoot me, but I'm only a man. And if I had a designer, he was well equipped. He was tried and tested, and he stuck to the script. He drank a bottle of brandy before he drew up my plans. If I was a house, they'd knock me down, but I'm only a man. I get lost in translation, I fly into a rage, I splatter affection all over the page. But this is no love story, we're not Jack and Diane. If I was a letter you'd return me, but I'm only a man. And the songs of fondness carry me up towards the planets. Then the songs of numbness send me crashing back down to earth. I'd catch the stars if they'd help me know what you're thinking. If I could paint your dreams, then I would, for all that it's worth. But I can't. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm lying here on the floor, waiting for an answer, for your knock at the door. But you're on greener pastures, you've slipped through my hands. Still, if I had wings, I'd fly to you, but I'm only a man.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. Pat Byrne, Beth Watts Nelson. Folks, I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge, and we are rocking the very first episode of Season 2 of Storytime. And what an episode it is already. Like, just, these are just beautiful songs by both of you. They're absolute delight to play. We've got so many of our good friends who are hanging out with us here in chat, and some new ones as well joining us. And the whole idea, the very idea of this convoy, EB Convoy, is so that friends of Pat's can meet friends of Beth can meet friends of Pat's, and all the friends that I buy off to be my friends can meet all the rest of y'all. So thanks so much for no, I'm kidding. You guys are great friends. They actually, they're really cheap. They just take pizza rolls. Yeah.
I better get some pizza rolls.
I know.
Let's talk of pizza rolls.
I know.
Making me
I better
hungry.
deliver, right? Yeah. I don't actually have any pizza rolls. I should just
It's okay.
like promises, EB. Dude, what a beautiful song. I remember you as I grabbed the lyrics to send to Beth a little bit earlier when we were prepping, and I think there was a link or something basically or a description on the Bandcamp page where the lyrics were. It's like, oh, this is basically about feeling inadequate. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. That song, does that come from anything in particular background, this song, or tell us where that song comes from?
Sometimes, you'll just feel compelled to write a song. You're like so emotional or whatever,
Yeah.
and there's something going on in your life and you want to sit down and write about it. This one was more like I heard a line that I liked in a movie, and I was like, I'm going to write a song about that. And I was actually in a cafe with earphones in and just sat there for a couple of hours and wrote it. The movie was Herself, which is a independent Irish movie. It's great. It's about the housing crisis in Ireland, where a lot of people, the government will put them up in hotels because they can't afford homes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's about this single mother, and she spends her days as a house cleaner for several like rich people. And one of them is like this female doctor, and she arrives at work one day and the lady is passed out in her bathroom, and she's like going through some medical thing. And the maid is like, is everything okay? Will I call a doctor or whatever? And she's like, no, if I was a horse, they'd probably shoot me, but I'm only human or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that, because
Such a great line.
Yeah, I think everyone feels inadequate.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And that line just stuck out. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could write a song based around that sentiment.
Yeah.
And then just all these other things started coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was basically kind of like the hook that got you going, and you just ran with it.
Yeah, she said like I'm only human or something, but only a man just fit better, and then that was.
Oh, don't worry, we won't rat you out to the movie, the studio.
I wish they even cared,
Right? So if you've seen the video that I have like 3 seconds of what I 100% believe is fair use. In Convoy. If you've never been to you could probably guess just by seeing the decor of the house. But I literally have on my sofa a giant fleece map of Middle Earth, right? So I'm a bit of a Lord of the Rings fan, just saying. And so I really wanted to stick where there's we crossed the line with 1,000 screaming trucks. There's a scene where my favorite scene in all 3 of the 12 hours of Lord of the Rings, the extended cuts, because really, what other cut is there? But point being, where Gandalf shows up at Helm's Deep, on the 7th day, look to the east, and then they do, it's the 7th day, and then Gandalf storms down with Éomer and like thousands of badass dudes on horses.
That's in the video?
It's like 3 seconds, yeah. So I say that, I put credit in there just to say from New Line Cinema. Just to cover my bases.
Peter Jackson's like, where's all this extra money coming from?
Whoa, I got a Venmo ding of 3 cents. What? What's going on?
I just saw
EB Convoy.
I saw maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Chicago, the Lord of the Rings musical. Have you seen it?
I saw you post, how was it? Please.
Look, of course it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was
How
way
do you
too
put-
ambitious.
Epic.
Right, sure.
But I had a really good time. Like if you were to judge it on its own merit, it's not a good musical. But it's
This is my confession. We all want acceptance. Know that we are a sin. They are them. I am a wanderer, crossing borders. My home today will be tomorrow. Another place I've been. I've always been a traveler, gypsy peddling my wares. Oh, trinkets I've taken, and I've found, burdens I bear. Can't tell you where I'm going. I don't know myself. I won't tell a lie, only testify to the place I am now. This is my story. It is all a journey, and the road goes on beyond and before my beginning. Someone else's ending. Tell you what I know, and now it is yours. I've always been a traveler, a gypsy peddling my wares. Oh, trinkets I've taken, treasures I've found, and burdens I bear.
You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents beneath the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents beneath the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my This is gypsy's code. Wherever you are, it's home.
Beatnik generation. We have all these snaps. We actually have an
Pretty
emote that is snaps. Yeah, which I know you know. Yeah, one of our emotes on Twitch.
You
Yeah.
guys are very good at music. You're very good at music.
Well, thank you.
Again. That I love when drummers do that to their cymbals. It's like a thing.
You give him the zing.
Zing!
Give him the zing!
I love that. I
Yeah.
freaking love that.